10 miles. That's all it is. A county road through the woods of northern New Jersey. No streetlights, no houses, just trees pressing close on either side. Clinton Road. They call it the most haunted highway in America. And the thing is, the real story might be worse than the legends. I'm going to tell you about phantom headlights, a ghost boy who returns coins, a car crash that never stopped happening, and a body found frozen solid in the middle of summer. West Milford, New Jersey, Passaic County, about an hour northwest of Manhattan. Close enough to the city that you'd expect strip malls and traffic lights. Instead, you get this: 10 miles of nothing. Clinton Road runs from Route 23 near Newfoundland to Upper Greenwood Lake. And somewhere along the way, something went wrong. The locals have stories. Lots of them. Too many, really. And they've been telling them for decades, long before the internet made ghost hunting a hobby. Here's what makes Clinton Road different from your average haunted highway. It isn't just one ghost story. It's all of them, layered on top of each other. Witches gathering in the woods, satanic rituals at abandoned iron furnaces, strange creatures glimpsed between the trees, KKK meetings at crossroads in the dark. Most of that is probably folklore, the kind of stories that grow in isolated places, fed by darkness and imagination. But some of it isn't folklore at all. Let's start with the ghost everyone talks about. According to local legend, there's a bridge over Clinton Brook. Some call it Dead Man's Curve, where a boy drowned. The stories don't agree on how. Maybe he fell. Maybe he was pushed. But the legend says this: if you put a quarter on the bridge at midnight, the boy will return it to you. Or, if you look over the edge, he'll push you in. People have been testing this for decades. And here's the strange part. Visitors report seeing dozens of coins shimmering in the creek bed beneath the bridge. Quarters. Everywhere. Now, you're thinking, people throw coins in water everywhere. Wishing wells. Fountains. It's what humans do. But these aren't tosses. These are placements. And returns. Some witnesses claim the coins aren't just thrown back, they're placed. Carefully. Right where the visitor left them, as if something wanted to make sure they got their quarter back. That's legend number one. But Clinton Road collects stories like that creek bed collects coins, and the next one involves headlights. Drivers report a phantom vehicle that appears behind them, headlights that stay close, too close, even when you speed up, even when you pull over. They don't pass, they just follow. And then you reach the end of Clinton Road. You turn. And the headlights? Gone. No car behind you. No taillights disappearing down a side road. Just nothing. Some say it's a ghost Camaro. A girl who died in a crash on the road in 1988. She's still driving. Still following. Still trying to reach the end of the road she never finished. 1988. Remember that year. We're going to come back to it. Because the timeline matters here. The layers matter. Clinton Road runs through state forest land, miles of it. The kind of place where you could dump something and no one would find it for years, if ever. Which brings us to the part that isn't legend at all, the part that's documented. Court records, autopsy reports, a confession, 1983, 5 years before the Camaro crash. A cyclist was riding along Clinton Road when he noticed something in the brush off the shoulder. Something that shouldn't have been there. It was a body, a man. And here's the detail that made investigators pause. The body had ice crystals formed in the blood vessels near the heart. It had been frozen solid, in summer, in New Jersey, in July, when the temperature doesn't drop below 70 at night. Someone had kept this body on ice, then dumped it. The victim's name was Daniel Deppner, and for 3 years, investigators had no idea who killed him or why. Clinton Road kept it secret. Then, in 1986, they caught him. Richard Kuklinski. You might know the name. They called him the Iceman. Not because of where he dumped the body, because of how he preserved them. Kuklinski was a contract killer, prolific, methodical. He'd freeze his victims to confuse time of death, making it nearly impossible to establish alibis or timelines. He'd admitted to killing over 100 people by the time he was done talking. Daniel Deppner was just one of them, and Clinton Road was just a dumping ground. Convenient, isolated, dark. This is where Clinton Road gets complicated. Because now you've got two layers: the folklore, ghost boys and phantom Camaros, and the real horror, the documented kind. And here's the thing that gets under your skin. The legends didn't start after Kuklinski was caught. People were already afraid of Clinton Road. They just didn't know why yet. Some researchers think this is how haunted places work. The energy comes first. The stories come later. As if the land itself knows what happened before anyone tells it. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Isolated roads attract both legends and criminals. The same emptiness that spawns ghost stories also provides cover for real violence. Either way, Clinton Road earned its reputation, the hard way. Now, let's talk about what happens when you actually drive it. Because people still do, every night, looking for something. The road is still there, still 10 miles, still no streetlights. The forest has grown back thicker in some places, thinned in others from storms. The bridges are still there. The curves, Dead Man's Curve, the spot where the Camaro wrapped itself around a tree. The shoulder where the cyclist found Deppner. Thrill seekers still park at the bridge at midnight, still leave quarters, still wait to see if something happens, and according to the reports, sometimes it does. Cold spots where there shouldn't be cold. Sounds from the woods with no apparent source. Headlights appearing and disappearing in the rearview mirror. Skeptics say it's all suggestion. You go looking for ghosts, on a road famous for ghosts. Your brain fills in the blanks. Every shadow becomes a figure. Every coincidence becomes proof. And they're probably right. About most of it. Most coincidences are just coincidences. Most shadows are just shadows. But then there's the part that isn't. Richard Kuklinski really did dump a frozen body here. That's not folklore. That's forensics. Ice crystals in the blood vessels don't lie. And that creates a strange feedback loop. The legends give the road its atmosphere. The atmosphere made it perfect for real crimes. The real crimes make the legends feel more plausible. So what do you do with a place like Clinton Road? You can dismiss it entirely. Or you can accept that some places carry weight. History has a way of settling. If you do visit, and plenty still do, consider going during the day. The road looks different in sunlight. Almost normal. Almost. But most people don't want normal. They want the dark. They want to test the legend. Put a quarter on the bridge. Wait. See what happens. And here's the honest truth about that. Most nights, nothing happens. The quarter stays where you put it. The road stays empty. You drive home feeling a little foolish. But some nights, something happens. A sound. A feeling. Headlights that weren't there before. And you're left wondering what you actually saw versus what you wanted to see. That's the real power of places like Clinton Road. They exist in a space between categories. Too many verified tragedies to dismiss. Too many unverified stories to fully believe. The ghost boy might not be real, but the quarters in the creek are. The phantom Camaro might be imagination. But a girl really did die in that crash in 1988. And Richard Kuklinski? He admitted to everything. Deppner was one of at least 100 victims. He chose Clinton Road because no one would find the body. He was almost right. He died in prison in 2006. But the road he used is still there. Still running those same 10 miles through the same dark woods. If you're drawn to places like this, the in-between spaces, the roads that feel wrong, consider what you're actually looking for. Fear? Confirmation? Just something real. The stories say Clinton Road gives you what you bring to it. Show up expecting ghosts, you might find them. Show up expecting nothing, and you'll probably get exactly that. Or maybe you'll get something else entirely. That's the thing about places with real history. They don't follow rules. And Clinton Road has plenty of history. If stories like this pull at something in you, hit subscribe. We find these roads every week. The ones that feel wrong. The ones with too much history. Some people call Clinton Road America's most haunted highway. Others call it America's most cursed. The locals just call it the road you don't take after dark unless you have to. And they've been saying that for a long time. Since before the internet, before the Camaro crash, before they found Daniel Deppner frozen in the summer heat, the road was there before the legends. And the legends were there before the confirmed crimes. Which came first, the darkness or the stories about it? 10 miles. That's all it is. From Route 23 to Upper Greenwood Lake. You could drive it in 15 minutes if you wanted to. But most people don't drive it in 15 minutes. They stop at the bridges. They pull over at the curbs. They watch their rearview mirrors a little too closely. And somewhere out there, in the dark between the trees, the stories keep growing. The quarters keep accumulating in the creek. And Clinton Road waits. Sleep well tonight, whisper, and watch your mirrors on the way home.